Hi everybody, hope you're well. Why have I done that again? Just like done a really weird introduction. We're today at Hoo, and we're at another ROC post today. Haven't been inside yet, and it is open. We didn't break in. As you can see, the paint's still here. Pretty much the layout's pretty much on this mound, so you can see how roughly small it is. If you want to know the purpose of ROC bunkers, check out my previous video I did at Edenbridge. But long story short, if we were in the Cold War, this would be the Royal Observer Corps, and they would check out to see for nuclear fallout. They would be the people who would check to see if we were still alive, like this. Over there, what's really unique about this one is that there's a pillbox. With Edenbridge, what was really special about that was there was an observation tower. This one's got a pillbox with it. We're on the main road of Hoo. Won't give the location away too much, you'll probably know where it is. This is really cool. So we're going to go in. If you can have a look down there, look for me, darling. So we're going to see how well preserved it is when we go down there. And yeah, it'll be pretty cool because it's quite an unusual place, and we're looking forward to it. So see you guys in a minute. Bye. Alright guys, so we're inside. It's obviously one of the better preserved ones, and I would say on a gradient scale it's probably one of the best preserved ones that you could get, apart from actually going to an official one that's been well looked after, run by the Royal Observer Corps themselves. What's fascinating about this is that it gives you a better idea of really what this whole Cold War situation was about, and the fact that, you know, you can just imagine 3 people working down here beavering away. The fact that it gives you the idea of, you know, where all these particular things would have gone, i.e. like where the electrics would have been. You know, better look at the vent as well, for example. You know, I mean, it's an absolutely fascinating type of thing to look at. Even to go round, if you can come round with me to the toilet. Well, there's another butterfly. We're currently seeing a lot of, I think they're red admirals. Somebody can tell me otherwise. I'm pretty sure they're red admirals. Like I said, with the toilet, again, you know, the fact of this wouldn't have only just been a toilet, but it would have been a storage area. And the fact that it would have been chemical used toilets, so they would have been not ones that you would have flushed away, they would have been like biodegradable, pretty much what you would have said. And like I said, you can see the colour scheme, which would have been green. I'm trying really careful because I don't really want to tread on any butterflies. And obviously, I mean, these would have been original, these filing cabinets, I have no doubt about that. And like I said, it's just really fascinating because it just, when you compare it to Edenbridge ROC bunker, this just gives you a better idea of what it's about. And like I said, the more interesting thing about it is when we go back upstairs again, we're going to go through the pillbox. And obviously, it's quite interesting to see that there's a pillbox that's next to it. So like I said, if you haven't seen the Edenbridge one, I'm just going to basically explain to you the purpose of all this again, just so you guys understand. So the idea is that basically, in case of a nuclear fallout, these people would have been monitoring where the fallout would have gone in the event of a nuclear war. They would have had radios, they would have had communications which would have communicated to each other, and then there would have been a main base of operations where that all would have been passed to. Something like Kelvedon Hatch is a classic example based in Essex. You guys go check that place out, really worth checking out. But a place like that would have operated a lot of these little networks of ROC bunkers. There's actually a lot scattered around, most of them have been demolished. It's actually quite rare to see one in this good condition that hasn't been turned into a museum. And like I said, there would have been about 3 people working here, and they would have had Geiger counters and everything else that would have been associated with nuclear fallout, and they would have had loads of maps around here. And again, with a place like this, it's not that hard to imagine because of the way that it's all well constructed. But like I said, I think I spoke in more detail than the Edenbridge one, so check that one out, please, and I'll hopefully fill that in more for you guys. So we're going to go upstairs, we're going to have a look at the pillbox, and see you guys later. See you in a minute. Bye. Yeah, no, there is. Hi guys. Sorry, that was me and Luke chatting. We're just talking about the pillar box in here because it's quite big, it's quite extensive, and we can't go that much further in because if you guys can see this, I've only got my mini torch on me, but it's quite deep. It's about a foot deep inside, and obviously we don't have Wellingtons. We have like our army issue boots. But if you can see that, it's on ledges on the pillbox, so it would have been actually a very effective pillbox at the time. There's a number up there which is, can you guys see that, 703? And obviously we are on the island of, we're on the Hoo Peninsula on the island of Hoo, so there would have been a lot of pillboxes around here anyway. And obviously, if you've ever been to Hoo and stuff, you'll know there's a lot of Napoleonic forts and everything around here anyway. I think I've talked about that in previous videos, but unfortunately today, because it's extremely wet, there's no way we'll be able to get in it. But there's a main pillar in the pillbox, which is right in the centre here, and it will go all the way around. Pretty familiar with the type of setup of this. And there should be about 1, 2, 3. I'm assuming there'd be about 4 turret points in which you'd have like machine guns that would have been based in here. So it would have been quite a well-manned place. Like I said, they're on ledges. So look, you can see that. I've just got my mini torch on me. I didn't use the big one. Didn't really need to. But there you go. So if you walk out, because you've got to crouch down. Oh. So there you go. You actually have to crouch down to get into it. Have a look, dude. Luke's just going for a bit nosy. If you can see, it's through the brambles and everything else, so it would have been around. Anyway guys, I really hope you enjoyed this video. Pretty cool one for us to do today. And hopefully catch you guys around soon. See you later.